Hi there, welcome to Rumor Spill. Megan Thee Stallion made a brave step, one that might have been too daring, by taking a dig at Nicki Minaj in the ever-changing environment of hip-hop. This was a step that perhaps was too ambitious. This action laid the groundwork for a wave of dread regarding the consequences that would follow. In spite of the fact that Nicki, who was famous for her lightning-fast retorts, answered with passion, the backlash was not restricted to her. Megan's lyrics, which included a veiled allusion to Megan's Law, sparked a dispute that went far beyond the confines of a conventional rap feud. This issue was sparked by Megan's lyrics. Many people were taken aback by this unexpected turn of events in the story, particularly considering that the spotlight frequently anticipated that Nicki's songs would attract critical attention. Instead, Megan found herself in the position of navigating through treacherous waters. Platforms were transformed into arenas for a spectacle that crossed the barriers between music and real-life drama as the confrontation between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion escalated. The internet domain was buzzing with all of the excitement that was caused by this battle. The level of tension reached its highest point with the release of Megan's song Highest, but the storm that was developing around Megan was not limited to her altercation with Nicki. By including the phrase Megan's Law in her song lyrics, Megan entered a territory that was laden with emotional and legal complexity. This was a move that would soon prove to be controversial. Megan's Law, which was named after Megan Kenka, a young woman whose life was brutally cut short in 1994 by a sexual offender, was a legislative response intended to avert similar fates by ensuring that the community is informed of the presence of sexual offenders. As a result of a catastrophic occurrence, the law functioned as both a ray of light and a mechanism for providing protection. However, the fact that it was mentioned in a rap song, particularly in a setting that appeared to be dismissive, sparked a raging storm of anger, particularly from Megan Kenka's family. Richard Kenka, Megan's father, discovered the lyric to be not only improper but also profoundly disrespectful to the history and memory of his daughter. This information came to light after reports appeared about his displeasure. The scenario that was evolving was a complicated one in which artistic expression and the sanctity of personal grief came into conflict with one another. The fact that Richard Kenka was considering legal action brought to light the gravity of the situation and the delicate balance that must be maintained between the freedom of creative expression and the respectful treatment of sensitive topics. There was speculation that Megan Thee Stallion had made the decision to withdraw the controversial song, which was a move that may have been an acknowledgement of the unforeseen grief that her lyrics caused. Despite this, the legal environment appeared to be cloudy. In situations like these, the threshold for taking legal action is high, primarily because of the shield that is provided by the right to free expression. In spite of the fact that Megan did not issue a formal apology, the controversy continued to grow, which cast a long shadow not just over the Kenka family but also over the larger discussion on the morality of creative references. The discussion that has taken place over the possibility of Megan Thee Stallion being sued for the lyrical decision that she made demonstrates that public opinion is divided. On the one hand, there are others who believe that the case does not have a dependable basis, and they do so by drawing analogies to hypothetical legal actions that involve references to public alerts such as the Amber Alert. On the other side, a multitude of voices are rising up in solidarity with Richard Kenka's suffering and rejecting the trivialization of a devastating loss for the purposes of artistic expression. There have been loud advocates, such as Monty Slaughter, who have suggested that if they were in the position of the Kenka family, they would pursue legal recourse and demand that the song be removed from all platforms, in addition to a rewrite of the lyrics, in order to adequately commemorate Megan Kenka's memory. This scenario goes beyond a simple legal issue and touches on the more general ethical considerations that are involved in exploiting real-life disasters as material for artistic expression. This serves as a powerful reminder of the impact that words can have, particularly when they interact with the experiences and losses that actual individuals have undergone in their lives.
The narrative of Megan Thee Stallion's contentious lyric choice unfolds against the backdrop of increased tensions within the rap scene. Both of these events are taking place simultaneously. In spite of the fact that Megan and Nicki Minaj's rivalry has been going on for quite some time, it has now found a new battleground in the world of public debate and digital platforms. This has caused observers to draw lines in the sand and force them to choose a side. It was Megan's foray into sensitive territory with her reference to Megan's Law that sparked a comprehensive examination of the intersection between artistic liberty and the responsibility artists bear towards their subjects, particularly when those subjects stem from real-life tragedies. Megan's reference to Megan's Law did more than stir controversy. It sparked a comprehensive examination of the intersection. One of the most important things that was overlooked in the rush to be lyrically smart was the human cost, which was brought to light by the backlash, notably from the family that was directly affected by the law's namesake. As the discussion continues, and with the possibility of Richard Kenka taking legal action hanging on the horizon, the music industry and those who monitor it are finding themselves confronted with questions that go well beyond artistic feuds and charges of copyright infringement. The matter at hand touches on the very essence of creativity vs. sensitivity, as well as the public record versus personal suffering.
In spite of the fact that Megan Thee Stallion's team has maintained a very low profile over the issue, the removal of the controversial line may be interpreted as an acknowledgement of the impact it had, albeit in a roundabout way. In today's digital age, where words may travel far and wide with the press of a button and their connotations resound even deeper, this act, regardless of how insignificant it may be, highlights the complexity that dance artists are required to do due to the circumstances. The uproar that has surrounded the battle between Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj, in particular the fallout from the reference to Megan's Law, serves as a sharp reminder of the power that words possess. Additionally, it sheds light on the changes that have taken place in the mechanics of rap feuds, which have expanded beyond the realm of diss records and hidden messages to cover bigger cultural and ethical concerns. As the discussion continues, the rap community and its audience are forced to consider the balance that must be struck between the presentation of innovative ideas and respect for the narratives and lives that serve as sources of inspiration. The story that is emerging between Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj, which is being accentuated by the controversial invocation of Megan's Law, spirals into a larger conversation, testing the boundaries between artistic expression and the ethical issues that it entails. In addition to highlighting the personal stakes involved, this chapter in their continuous competition sheds light on the societal ramifications of utilizing sensitive historical and legal references within the artistic canvas of music. This is because the individual stakes are highlighted. The response to Megan's lyrical choice echoed across the spectrum, from legal experts wondering about the possibility of a lawsuit to cultural pundits questioning the morality of such artistic liberties. Megan's choice of lyrics was met with a wide range of reactions. When all of this is taken into consideration, the viewpoint of the Kenka family emerges as a powerful reminder of the human factor that is frequently overlooked in debates of this nature. It is important to note that the possibility of legal action, albeit fraught with difficulties, brings to light a more general topic regarding accountability in this age of free expression. Megan Thee Stallion is facing a crucible moment as a result of the backlash, which is testing her ability to strike a balance between her creative instincts and the societal obligations that come with her platform. It is possible that the choice to perhaps withdraw the controversial lyric is an indication that she has acknowledged the wider implications of her words. This would be a concession to the collective plea for sensitivity towards the memories and legacies that are entwined with Megan's Law. This topic does not exist in a vacuum, rather, it is embedded in the dynamic and frequently controversial ecosystem that is the music industry. This ecosystem is characterized by the frequent intersection of feuds and rivalries with social and political issues. In spite of the fact that it appears to be a personal dispute between Megan and Nicki, the conflict actually represents more fundamental issues within the business concerning the concepts of respect and heritage, as well as the power dynamics that are at play. The story is told in a way that encourages introspection not only from the artists who are involved, but also from the larger community of creators, fans, and reviewers associated with the story. In the context of a rap feud, the discussion surrounding Megan's Law and its invocation raises important considerations regarding the function of artists as critics of society and the influence that their words have on the communal consciousness. Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and the industry as a whole continue to face a number of obstacles on their way to achieving their goals. A critical conversation about the connection between art, personal tragedy, and public discourse has been sparked as a result of the dispute. When artists navigate these waters, the lessons learned from this episode could influence a new approach to creation, one that respects the delicate balance between artistic freedom and moral responsibility towards themes of significant societal relevance. A new approach to creativity could be informed by the lessons learned from this episode. It is possible that the reverberations of the dispute will continue to reverberate for a considerable amount of time after the dust has settled on this specific chapter of Megan and Nicki's feud. The conversations that it has sparked about ethics, creativity, and responsibility extend beyond the individuals who are involved. They provide a reflection of the changing values of society as well as the role that music plays in both reflecting and developing those values. In conclusion, this particular incident in the continuing drama that is taking place between Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj provides an insight into the intricate relationship that exists between art, personal narratives, and societal issues. There is no doubt that the voices of musicians such as Megan and Nicki will continue to be at the forefront of cultural discourse even as the music industry continues to undergo transformations. The disagreements that develop along the road, on the other hand, serve as important checkpoints that encourage a reevaluation of the impact that their art has had on the fabric of society. A sobering reminder of the power of words and the obligations that come with having a public platform is provided by the controversy that has surrounded Megan Thee Stallion's lyric, which makes reference to Megan's law in the midst of her dispute with Nicki Minaj. As those in the profession and those who see it think about this incident, the goal is that in the future, creativity and compassion will be able to coexist. Artists will be able to traverse the delicate balance between expression and empathy with care and thought. In the end, the narrative not only tells a story of conflict, but it also tells a story of progress, discussion, and the constant search for harmony between artistic freedom and ethical integrity. Subscribe Rumor Spill for more videos.